Beyonce saying pretty hurts, but in the case of UFC fighter Paige VanZant, it's literally fact. The model turned professional mixed martial artist joins us on the Fox 411 set. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. All right. Why did you go from being a model slash dancer to joining the UFC?
You know, it was just, I got burnt out, honestly. I was dancing 21 hours a week when I was like 13.
Wow.
It was dance was a huge part of my life, and I just got burnt out and I needed something else to transition to, and apparently I had a lot of built up anger and I can get that out now. So
it's channeled in a very healthy way.
It is, yes. There couldn't be a healthier way than working out.
You have become known as the prettiest fighter of the UFC. Do you feel like your looks kind of give you a disadvantage in the ring and an advantage, that maybe you get underestimated?
You know, I see it as an advantage. I do get underestimated, and I think that's an advantage. When I go into the cage, the girls are like, oh, she's just a pretty face. And then I get to show them my background and where I came from and everything, and I let my anger out and show that I'm much more than just a pretty face. So
when you think about channeling your anger, what goes through your head? What's the process? Because I look at you, you're so sweet. What are you angry about?
You know, everyday things. I mean, everyone has their little angers, but I don't go into a fight mad, I guess. I go in like it's my birthday. I love what I'm doing. I guess I love punching people in the face. I don't know.
Please, let's let the interview go well.
I get a thrill out of it. So.
Are you nervous when you go into the ring about breaking your nose, your jaw, your eye socket, pretty much any pretty part of what's going on here?
Yeah, you know, you don't think about that going into the fight. Pretty much you just think about using everything that your coaches have taught you, using every tool in your toolbox to go out there and just win the fight. And afterwards you're like, oh my gosh, what happened? You're like, I check everything to make sure I'm still good, still going strong. So it's a fun sport, and I just fell in love with it.
What's the worst injury that you've endured so far?
Actually, I got hurt more cheerleading than I ever have fighting.
Really?
Yes.
I'm not surprised, especially if you're doing any of those building moves.
Yeah.
You can get
dropped on your head. Yes, all sorts of stuff. The worst injury, I broke my tailbone doing a backflip. So doing a back tuck, that was definitely the worst injury.
So how does one go into the UFC? Is it a natural gift? Like, how did you go from that transition? Did you just say, hey guys, I'm here, watch me fight?
No, you know, I had one pro fight under my belt, or I had one amateur fight when I went pro, and ended up beating somebody that was pretty highly ranked. And so that kind of got the spotlight on me. I ended up winning a few more fights after that. I took really tough opponents just so that would propel me to the top, and I was fortunate enough to get noticed by the UFC pretty early on.
What's your final goal? If you could have the ultimate in the UFC, would it be what championship?
The ultimate goal is definitely holding the belt. That means being the strawweight champion. I'm a strawweight, so that means just being the champion of my weight division.
Are guys nervous to approach you because they think that, first of all, you're intimidating, and then on top of it, you're stronger than they are?
Yeah. So I get it a little bit. You know, it's hard for me to go out there and I guess meet guys, because I'm at the gym every single day, and that's pretty much the only time I'm ever around guys. So, you know, I do get the men that are intimidated, but it's not really something I'm looking for right now.
Yes, you're very, very focused.
Yes.
And just in case the wrong guys come up to you, what's a good defensive move that every woman should know?
Okay, I mean, if you're standing up for yourself,
yes.
Just the basic defense move, like on the streets, is run away.
Okay.
I mean, other than that, if you want to go take like a self-defense class, that's a very, very good idea for all girls to have. So you just have more street smarts and confidence.
Okay, I like that. So I always think when someone's attacking you to maybe just punch in the throat, but I'm from Jersey, so that could just be something my grandpa taught me.
That is definitely a good one. That's a go-to.
So tell me about your anti-bullying campaign.
You know, I was bullied in high school. I went through a very traumatic freshman year, and I want to just be a voice for all the girls out there that went through similar stories or went through similar trials, and I lost my voice in that time, and I lost completely who I was, and I was able to find that through fighting. And I just want to be a positive role model and show that just because your world is crumbling at that point in time, there's always a future to look forward to.
Right, and you're the epitome of that. Don't look behind, look ahead.
Completely focus on what's ahead.
And if you peaked in high school,
yes,
They need him peak in life.
Yes, exactly.
Well, thank you so much. Congrats on all of your success with the
you.
UFC, and may you hold that belt in your hands one day soon.
Thank you very much.
For more on the UFC's Paige VanZant, go to UFC.com, and for everything entertainment, go to FoxNews.com.